Before you start adding items into your item catalog, you are going to want to go to the item catalog settings and set up the basic catalog for your use. The first setup item is the category. Here you can add any main categories that you want to sort your items into. To add an item category, press the Add Category button. Give it a name, a type, and a brief description. The three types that are available are material, labor, and miscellaneous. These cannot be altered. Next, you're going to go to the Tax Code tab and set up all the tax codes that your business uses. When setting up tax codes, you should be considering all of the taxes you use when selling items to customers, as well as all the taxes used by your suppliers when you purchase items. The next tab is the Attribute settings for your catalog items. This setting will be used for items which have multiple options when purchasing. A good example of this would be the same item which comes in different colors. These attributes must be set up ahead of time, before they can be added into a catalog item. However, you can always add the catalog item first, and then go back and add the attributes at a later time. Now that we have our basic setup complete, we are going to look at the item catalog in Job Exact. Go to the left-hand menu and click on Item Catalog. You are going to see a list of all the items within your item catalog. Notice that at the bottom that not all the records are being displayed. Here you can scroll through the pages or change the number of items you wish to be seen per page. To quickly find an item, you can use the search function at the top of the screen. This will search both the name of the item as well as the subcategory, which can be very useful for quickly finding multiple items in the same group. Beside the search field, you have the category drop-down, in which you can highlight only the specific category you want to display. Next to this, you have the columns drop-down, which allows you to select the columns you wish to display on your screen. If you have a particular display you would like to save, you can save this view by using the blue square with the three dots, which will allow you to save and name your custom view. To add a single item into the item catalog, you can press the Add Catalog button. You are going to start by entering the item identifier, which cannot be the same as any other identifier. This is going to allow the system to know whether you are trying to update an item or create a new one when mass uploading items using the CSV uploader, which we will discuss shortly. The category is going to be your major catalog categories, which we previously set up in the catalog settings. The subcategory can be anything that you choose to further break down your item sorting. These can either be selected from the existing category, or you can enter a new one by typing its name in here. Job Exact gives us two ways of determining the price which we sell an item. The first way would be by using the sales price, which is a fixed price that you would sell this item to a customer. The selling tax code is the default taxes that you would charge when selling this item to a customer. The second option in Job Exact for setting the sales price is using the item cost times a markup percentage. This is where you would enter a default markup for the customer. If you wanted to mark up an item by 35%, you would enter 35. The hyperlink is an area where you can enter a web URL to give more information about this line item. This hyperlink is not shared with the customer, and it is for internal use only. The customer description is going to be the description of the item that is displayed on all customer-facing documents such as estimates, proposals, and invoices. The internal description is going to be the description that is used for all in-house documents regarding this item for your own users to see. The note field is an area where you can write any type of custom notes that you would like your internal company users to see. Some examples of this might be package size, weight, or quantity per package. The following field allows you to select a file or photo and attach it to this item. This could be a picture of the item, an installation manual, or anything else that you would want to attach. This is for internal use only. This can be great to assist in training new employees, so they can be sure they are selecting the right products. The second tab is setting up your cost on the item. The generic pricing on the top is used for items when there are no suppliers listed. A good example of this would be all of your labor items if you have a set price list. Instead of having to enter every single supplier into the system, you can simply enter a generic price which will populate for any items that don't have suppliers listed. You will also fill out the generic description and generic tax codes here. If you have specific suppliers that you want to order material from, you can click the Add Supplier button and enter the information for each. You are able to add up to 5 suppliers for each item by clicking the Add Supplier button. You must first have the supplier entered into your supplier list in JobExact before you will be allowed to enter them here. If you have more than one supplier for an item, you can use the default toggle to have the system automatically pick that supplier first when creating worksheets. You will also see that each supplier also has a supplier item code field. This should be the unique item code for the supplier's internal record-keeping system. This will ensure when you order items from a supplier there is no confusion regarding which item you are referring to. The last tab is the Attributes. This tab is only used when the identical item has multiple options. This should only be used for items which are identical and have the same price. If changing the option of the item changes the price, then a separate catalog item should be used. A good idea of when to use attributes would be when an option has different colors. To set the attributes, select the Product Options drop-down and pick from one of the lists we set up in the Item Catalog settings previously. On the next list you can then confirm which of these items you want to display on that item. This can be used to easily make temporary changes to items if they become out of stock or unavailable. Once you're done setting up these options you can hit the back button and save. A quicker and more easily way to add or update items would be to use the CSV uploader. This is going to allow you to upload an Excel spreadsheet directly into JobExact with a list of all of your items in it. You can either do that initially or if you have major updates that you need to upload. To upload a CSV, the first thing you want to do is click the Upload a CSV button. Then you will download the CSV template to your computer. You can copy and paste your data into this file from Excel. It is important that all the data be properly formatted and ready for upload directly into the system. Should you have any issues with the data, the file validation will be rejected and you will be provided with a list of errors to correct and try again. If you are updating items rather than uploading new ones, you should export your current item list, edit it, and then re-upload the file. You can do this by hitting the Export button.